Welcome to Travels with Phil. I am Phil Constantine, and on this trip we are going to the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. That is in New York City. Pardon me for my voice. I do have a bit of a sore throat, or no, not a sore throat, but a cold of some sort. The Cathedral of St. John the Divine is an enormous church. There's some argument as to how big it is compared to others. It's roughly equal to the fifth largest church, or Christian church at least, in the world. It was started, first designed about 1888. You're seeing some old pictures here from around 1910 through 1920. It was first started being built in 1892, and some people call it St. John the Unfinished because they're still working on it. 601 feet long, 232 feet wide, 124 feet high. That's roughly equivalent of 12-story building on the inside. It is just gorgeous. Again, these are some of the old pictures of it from various periods, again, mostly from about 1910 to about 1920. Move over to some exterior shots here. It is in the heart of New York City on Manhattan Island, not too far from Central Park. And as you can see here, it is a very lovely building on the outside. The city grew up around it in many ways. They have some just quite beautiful sculpture work on the outside. The architecture is very impressive. They actually changed the style of the church during the process of being built. That's one of the reasons it's taken so long to finish, even using modern methods. Flying buttresses are in use here. You'll see a couple of them. There's one right there. And it is just a nice church, beautiful stained glass windows, but they also have some whimsical features inside. And they even use it for purposes other than a church. Let's take you on a quick tour through the inside, and I apologize for the shaky camera.
Travels with Phil continues in the Cathedral of St. John the Divine, the largest Gothic cathedral, in the world, so they say. Very high arcs, vaulted ceiling if you wish. Still a functioning church. I will walk along quickly so you can get an idea of how immense this facility is, while showing a few stained glass windows.
I'll have more on those later.
There are these discs inside the main walkway through the middle.
Show you more of those later too.
Historical sites within the faith, or notable sites if you prefer. Bethany. Bethsaida. Coming closer to the central, the nave and the transept.
It did seem dark.
Tourist guide on the way here talked about it being one of the most unfinished cathedrals, and granted, if you know much about cathedrals, you'll know that they take long time to be complete. Many of them a couple of 100 years is not an unusual thing. The lectern. Then coming toward the altar. Pews on either side. Lovely ornate inlays. And candelabras with room for 7 candles. So the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York City, right next to Central Park.
And these are some of the stained glass windows that you see along the walls of the church. Some very, very pretty artwork designs in there, also obviously religiously related or oriented. And this is the rose window at the end. My granddaughter Jaslyn Rose says, "Oh, that's nice, named after me." But you see, that's Lincoln. So they have a wide variety of subject matter in there, not just religious. So even if you aren't religious, you can appreciate the beauty of the church. It does seem dark inside. It really does. They do have lighting available, but often they don't use the external lighting to the advantage of the stained glass views coming in. These are these discs that were in the ground there, located in various spots as you walk your way through. I never did learn the significance of them. And in addition to all the built-in things, they have lots of art. And here's some of the whimsical artwork. That's a boned fish and a little, I don't know what you want to call that, something sitting down. Looks like little wooden toys built into the architecture. And then they have some very, very nice old classical drawings, pre-Renaissance, or maybe around the era then. But they use it for other purposes as well. Coming up here is a blessing of the animals. And sometimes they have large displays of artwork, as you can see here, by a Chinese artist named Zhu Bing.
These awe-inspiring sculptures are the vision of the Chinese artist, the acclaimed Chinese artist Zhu Bing, and they finally landed here after years of planning and months of more planning and then a whole month of incredibly hard work.
And even a tightrope walking artist. So you'll find all kinds of things here in the Cathedral of St.John the Divine. It works as a bit of a community center and a church, a place where some beautiful art is seen. The building itself is beautiful, and you can also see things related and directly oriented toward the church.
Travels with Phil continues. There's a flying buttress. And the comic in me couldn't stand to let it go. These are the Johns at St. John's.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up by clicking on the button below. You're welcome to leave comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And finally, if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the button over on the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you again for watching.